Salt Nation to another vlog. I'm super excited to be here again on my room floor. So today we are going to be talking about our grounding trip. Okay, so those of you who have been following us know that last month we went on a hiking / grounding getaway, and I did this for the Salt Nation in New York. So we had a few Salt and Culture, Pop Salt and Culture followers go on this day retreat in the weekend to Breakneck. I can never get that right because it sounds crazy. It's literally called Breakneck Ridge and it's in Cold Spring, New York. So how this came about is a friend of mine and I had this idea of going on, just a hiking trip. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I haven't done something like this for the Salt Nation, and why not gather some Pop Salt and Culture people that I know in New York who are looking for an escape. Because if you live in a city, right, I don't care if you're in Accra, I don't care if you're in Lagos, I don't care if you're in Owerri, I don't care where you are. Tema is kind of like chill, but Nairobi or whatnot, there's always a point where you need to get away, right? Where you need a little bit of pure clean air, outdoor clean air that is not like filled with a ton of pollutions, a ton of gases that literally you feel at some point that is crippling. I felt like I was getting sick and poisoned. I'm going to be very honest. I thought I was getting poisoned. So I just wanted an opportunity to have clean air, to be able to meditate and to be able to ground. So we decided that, okay, we're gonna get some people together, tell the Salt Nation, and have all Salt Nation people in New York in the vicinity come through. And it was amazing. It was mind-blowing. I'm so glad we got to do this. So before the trip, my friend lent me this book I found at her place by Sarah Clemens. It's called Away and Aware. It's called Away and Aware. And there was this little part that I kind of fell in love with, and I pushed that idea because it's so important for people to understand, like, there are many kind of getaways. There's a getaway where you want to get crunk with your girls or with your man or with your boo, with your, like, whoever it is. And then there are getaways where you want to find yourself, you want to cleanse and be at one with yourself, and they're the ones where you just want to heal. So this was the oneness and healing version of it, although it was just a day retreat, but it was so fun and so needed. And so here's the quote that I really liked and that I want to impart in all my Pop Salt and Culture people and the Salt Nation, so that when you're getting away, you guys, there's an insect flying. If you see it, I don't want to kill, I want to kill it. But anyways, so there's this quote that I just want to share with you guys, this little portion that I want to share, so the importance of being mindful when you go away. I've spoken about mindfulness a lot in our wellness vlogs. I had a whole vlog on mindful eating, but this is just mindfulness when traveling, okay? That is also super important to know. So here it goes. Being a mindful traveler isn't just good for you. It will make you a more considerate and respectful visitor, attentive to the people you meet and the places you see. You will be both consuming and sharing. It will, I hope, make you a traveler instead of a tourist. So I hope you can take this away with you, in the sense that when we talk about travel, there are just like different ways to travel, different ways to see the world and experience it, and different ways to exist in new spaces, right? So you can go for simple exploration. Most of the time, it's part of it, exploring things, right? But this is the mindful version of it. So what that means is you're going thoughtfully, not just, oh, let's just go, let's just see, let's just whatever. You're going thoughtfully. I'm going to have a wonderful experience. I'm going to take in as much air as possible. I am going to acknowledge the grass on the ground, the birds chirping, the stones turned and unturned, the fauna, the flowers, the trees. There were so many ruins when we went. It was amazing, like houses that have been inhabited for a long time, stone houses, all that stuff. And I'm gonna take it in. I'm going to experience this place fully. Okay, if you know me, you know that I have a huge fear of snakes. Huge snake phobia. There's a name for that kind of phobia. I'm not gonna go research that now, and I don't remember. But tapping into Ordinani, Igbo spirituality, has helped me. It's slowly helping me, okay? I haven't reached there yet, but slowly helping me conquer my fear of snakes. So normally, if I would see a snake when I'm hiking, because it's happened to me before, I'll literally like leave that area and like literally go to another, or I'll just like leave and I'll be done. Like, no way, I'll be done. But this time I saw a snake. I literally saw it. I didn't hear, oh, there's a snake here. No, I saw the snake. And to my surprise, I was like, okay, where is that snake? So I don't get in the way. I saw it go that way and I went the other way, and I climbed up, and I climbed up really quick. And my friend was having an anxiety, not a full-on anxiety attack, but a mini anxiety attack. And I was like, just go this. I had to scream at her so she wakes up, because I know what that fear can do. And I screamed at her. I said, come this way, just come this way. And okay, follow the voice, right? And just to help her not think about that, because it's a real thing, overcoming a fear of snakes and reptiles in general. But it's because I decided mindfully to experience everything around me and say, oh, that is an entity. I'm not going to kill that snake. I'm going to move away. I'm not going to be aggressive or allow it to ruin everything for me. It was like a black and yellow. It was I called it a Pittsburgh snake. I even try to make jokes, right? I call it a Pittsburgh snake. Oh my God, did Pittsburgh send this snake over here? What's a black and yellow, garden snake doing here? So earthworms and all that, and I will look at all the creatures and I would really appreciate them. That's a really good thing about being lost in nature. So anyways, I want you to understand that it is super important. Yeah, I did read that book before I left, to understand mindfulness, unplugging from everything and just going bare and just ready to take in everything that nature has to offer. You're participating. It's a give and take relationship. I got some water, fresh stream water, for my altar. I got to rinse my feet and all that. I got to ground. I had us take off our shoes and walk on the earth if we could find some earth, walk on the stones. I walked on the water. And it's amazing because especially when you live in a city, you're not able to have that experience of your bare feet touching the earth, and you totally like underestimate or just not think about the impact of that and what grounding can do for you or for a person, until you find yourself in your village, going to the stream, taking off your feet and just walking in the mud, walking in the sand, and you're like, wait, I kind of miss this, especially when the stones are not like, piercing your feet and you just haven't had just like a pedicure right away, but just experiencing that. It's like, ooh, this is nice. It does something. You feel it like down to your spine, even it shivers a little. It was so good, right? It was so good. I literally took off my shoes and I walked in the water. I was like, it'll dry, who cares? And it felt really great. So if you're wondering, what grounding is in a nutshell. Grounding is also called earthing, by the way, and it is a therapeutic technique that involves doing activities that ground or electrically reconnect you to the earth. The practice relies on earthing science and grounding physics to explain how electrical charges from the earth can have positive effects on the body. Listen, if you're African, if you are a wild child, a hippie child, a child of the soil, a flower child, as they call it, if you're from Pakistan, you're from Peru, anywhere that allows you to grow up with a culture where you're out, you can play with people and play with, kids, and if you've grown up like that, then this is nothing to you, right? Like, you ground all the time. But if you've moved from that setting or to a different phase in your life where you don't find yourself barefooted outside on earth, on red earth, on brown earth, on stone, on actual earth, then you need this to revisit that side and reconnect with that side of you. Just walk barefooted, not just on the beach, but on earth, like on red soil or brown soil or muddy soil. Find that, do it. I find wet grounds to work better for me in terms of how I ground. I ground better on wet earth than on dry earth. But this was an exhilarating experience. Climbing the rocks, it's so rocky. It's one thing you need to know about Breakneck. It is rock climbing extravaganza. And so when you climb and you get to the top, every top you get to and you relax, it's so beautiful. It feels like you've accomplished a lot. It's mind-blowing. One of the girls was doing yoga. Hi Jen. She was doing yoga. I stretched that out a little bit, and she loved it, and I'm so honored that I was able to share that experience. Girls will be girls, and there was a little tiff at the end, but it was an amazing experience. And I think the people who you go with to these trips are so important. So I'm just really grateful for everyone who came out. Everyone got like goodie bags. They got their pop salt and culture goodie bags. And in that bag, there was water bottle, sustainable water bottles made of steel. There was, I don't even remember all the stuff that I put in. There were a ton of goodies in that bag. But yeah, we take care of our people. We love you guys so much. And on the next grounding trip we're doing, whether it is here in New York, somewhere else in the US, somewhere in Nigeria, somewhere in Ghana, in Senegal, it doesn't matter, wherever we are, when we're doing our next one, I'll let you guys know. But I want to create a proper community, okay? I want to create a proper community for us, for Pop Salt and Culture. So I'm gonna drop our WhatsApp number, and you can text me and say I want to be part of the community, and I'll put you in. So that, to be honest, we need to create these groups all over the world. If you're in Indonesia, if you're in Ghana, if you're in Senegal, you're in Dakar, if you're in Cote d'Ivoire, it doesn't matter. If you're in Cameroon, Yaoundé, oh, these damn cars. This is what happens when you live in the city. Let it go by, let it go by, let it go by. Okay, great, we're back. Antananarivo. I don't really care where you are. Let me know, and just text this number below, our WhatsApp number, and say, hey, I would like to join the group, and I'll add you to the group. And let's create a community of men and women who are very much into wellness, travel and spirituality from African perspective, right? We need to ground ourselves in what's important first, psychologically, mentally, and then physically do that once in a while as well. If you don't have the luxury of being able to walk barefooted when you can, if you're afraid of jiga, take that out of your mind. You can remove jiga from your foot. It's okay, but experience these things once in a while as much as you can. It was such a great experience. So I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope you enjoyed the video. Join us for a next trip, and until next week, I've been your host Lachichi Mambo for Pop Salt and Culture. Please don't forget to subscribe, and when I tell you bomb content is coming up, collaborations, we're getting sponsors, you guys are getting to our big 500. I don't know, maybe when I post this video we'll already be at 500. Oh my god, but I need to do a 500 party. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to do a giveaway for you guys. I'll probably run it on Instagram. I'm over the moon. I'm so glad that you guys find value in my content. You guys don't understand how difficult it is to make valuable content. People love the drama, people love many different things, and yes, people do love wellness, but it's so hard. This YouTube game is not easy. But I absolutely, to be honest, like even when I had 0 people watching, like I didn't care. I don't care. When I do a live stream, if you guys are there, great. If you're not, you catch it later. I do it because I love you guys. I do it because I love this stuff. I love creating content. I really love creating content. That's the truth. And I do it for you, and I want it to be meaningful. I want it to be meaningful, period. If it's meaningful and you find value in it to the point where you subscribe, I'm elated. I'm glad, and I'm truly honored. Another thing, you guys, we have a podcast. We have a podcast called Salt and Culture, you guys, and it is the absolute bomb. All right, so please follow us on Facebook and Instagram, so that whenever we're doing our live Friday podcasts, you will be notified. And every other podcast will definitely highlight it here. It's going to come up on the channel. We have a playlist called Salt and Culture Podcast. Check it out. So all the podcasts will go in there. It is a crazy good podcast, and one of the newest series we have is called Your Name Is Not Endurance. And every woman, every African woman out there, every woman needs to listen to it, needs to listen to this podcast. It is food for your soul. If I say it, I'm serious. Like, the feedback I've already gotten, and we're so new, is amazing. But we are on Spreaker. That is the home, the main hub. We're on Spreaker. We are on SoundCloud. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. And we also upload everything here on YouTube. So I love you guys. We're growing. We're growing. Okay? We're growing. I don't forget my do once. I don't forget my do once. We're growing. I'll see you at the top. See you guys at the top. I love you guys so much. Bye.